Hello and welcome back to my channel. So much has happened since I was last online. I have not set up my October month yet. Well, I have set it up, but I haven't filled anything out yet. I haven't set up my November month, and it's now December the 5th, I believe. Yeah, Sunday the 5th of December. So I will just do some chatty videos now. I'll probably be chatty in the video for November, and then I will just do a quick ASMR style December video. So since I was last online, which was quite a while ago, my family member died. Which I don't know if you remember me talking about it. It was back in, yeah, it was back in around summertime for one of the monthly setups. But I had a family member who was very sick, and sadly he has now passed away. So we went to his funeral sometime. It was at the end of November. And before that even, we had some, well, I had some difficulties getting myself in the mood to actually film, so apologize for that. Other than that, it was just me being lazy. But then, yeah, he passed away, and then I actually got a kitten. I had planned on that before he passed away, but it just happened with really poor timing. I got the kitten actually the same day I got the call from my mother that he had passed. And then the following Friday, we drove to his funeral and said goodbye. And it was actually my granddad on my mother's side's little brother. And when I told people at work, I think they were questioning why I was so attached. But my granddad, my actual granddad, he passed away when I was very young. And so his little brother, my granddad's little brother, he kind of adopted my mom and her brother as extra children because he has his own. But yeah, my granddad and his little brother were very close. But they were also, oh god, already ruined the sticker. But they were also a part of a big family. There were 7 or 8 children in total, and I don't know for sure because I haven't actually met all of them. The only ones we are were in contact with was my granddad himself, and then his little brother and his wife. So, but yeah, that was really sad. Sorry, I'm trying to speak and remove stickers from the paper, and it's proving to be quite difficult. As always, I'm not made for multitasking. But yeah, it was a funny day, kind of. My granddad was of the opinion that you shouldn't have a really sad funeral, but the priest or the vicar's speech was really nice, and it was some sort of funny jokes that I think he would have really liked. And then there was some dinner at a family member's house afterwards. Not dinner, but like coffee and light lunch. And people were sort of reminiscing about him without really doing it in a sad way, because he didn't want it to be a sad event. I don't know how to explain it, but I did cry a lot, and I tried not to. My mom, she was very insistent on not crying, and she only cried very little in the chapel. She really wanted to honor his wishes as much as possible, and that was for it to not be a sad thing. But yeah, I completely broke down. I'm not made for any sort of church thing. Hearing the songs in the church, that just makes me cry. Even that was uneven. So yeah. But on the way there, because there's still a couple of restrictions, and they advise, like due to COVID, and they advise you to always sanitize your hands and wear a mask. And we weren't enough people, and we did do a lot of space in between us, so we didn't sit close in the church. But yeah, sanitation was really important. And my mom, on the way there, because there were a 4-hour drive to the chapel, she was very insistent on getting hand sanitizer because she forgot it at home. And so in the beginning, she was just consistently talking about hand sanitizer. So none of us actually got tissues with us. It was really stupid, because when I started crying like an idiot in church, none of us had tissues with us, and it was so quiet. I was too embarrassed to actually ask for tissue for someone else. So yeah, I ended up blowing my nose in a mask, which was really not nice because masks do not handle moisture well. So yeah, you can imagine how that went. Let's see. Yeah, I am definitely in need of more stickers. So how far up does it get? Maybe I can put number 4, 5, 6. So yeah, that happened. And it wasn't pleasant, but we all knew that he was going to pass. He had been sick for quite a while, sadly. And yeah. Oh, I did it wrong. But I don't know. This might sound really morbid and not nice, but I was kind of glad that it did finally happen, because we knew that he was gonna pass away because it was really bad cancer, and he didn't want treatment because he had cancer before, and that didn't go very well in terms of treatment, and he didn't want to have his last, because he knew, the doctors had told him that he wouldn't be able to be, I don't know the correct term, but cured, even though if he had chosen to have treatment done. So it was just gonna be life prolonging, I think it's called. And he knew that he was not interested in that. He would rather have some somewhat healthy moments with his family before dying than having some shitty ones due to sickness and being very ill due to treatment, because that had been his body's reaction previously in the first round of treatment. So anyway, and then on the day he passed, I had adopted a kitten. So she's really sweet though. She really is. She is kind of aloof in the sense that she really wants to be with you, but she doesn't want to actually interact with you, which is interesting. She's currently just behind the camera on a towel that I put out for her because she really likes to be around me, but I'm not allowed to pet her all the time. So I do, if you haven't noticed, have some beautiful marks. But I will also say it's not just because I'm annoying, although I probably am. But one of her favorite games is to catch and torture my hands instead of her mouse and other toys. So yeah, she likes that game where you stick your hand or your foot out of your duvet cover, sorry, and then you pretend that it's something for her to catch, and then she will catch it and torture whatever sticks out of the duvet. But I think it's fine. It's funny until someone gets hurt, and that's usually me. But yeah, I mean, if I didn't like it, if I didn't think it was funny, then I did it wrong again. Then I could just like leave her be and not participate in that kind of games. But I also want to interact with her because we're still like newly acquainted with each other, and I do set up boundaries for her. But when it comes to games, I want to participate as well as I can. 24. But yeah, she's really nice. Her name is Kitty, and she's a rehomed cat. She's 2 years old. Her birthday was here in November, before I adopted her. And she's a ragdoll, and she's very nice. She does have a pedigree, which obviously a cat doesn't need that, but I googled it because there was obviously a lot of cats that need to be rehomed because of whatever reason that the previous owner had. And yeah, we really liked each other. I met a couple of other cats before choosing her, but yeah, she was very accepting of me right away, which was really nice. It has been a challenge to introduce her to my parents. She was very reserved towards them in the beginning. Oh gosh, everything is falling out. What's it called? Filiway. And she very quickly adapted to her new surroundings, which was really nice. And I was really glad that she was able to get along so well with them after getting to know them. They're still not allowed to pet her so much, but they're just gonna have to accept her. So accept that. Yeah, you're not able to see anything I'm doing, are you? I am telling you, my desk is such a mess. I usually like to have it organized, but I just haven't had the... I really just have not been very energized to do any housework. I have, of course, checked up her on her litter box. Her like stuff is way more clean than my stuff right now. So she is very lucky to have such a nice cleaning lady working for her. But yeah, she's really nice. So, other than that, how are you doing? I hope you have been doing well for this little month that I've been away. Of course you have. My life, my interaction, or whatever you call it, does not impact your life, hopefully, at all. But I still hope you've been doing well. So that annoys me. And you can see the whiteout. Anyway, we will ignore that. That's fine. So, oh, this is really nice. It's just like, well, it's not just like Kitty, but it's a cat that likes to lay on top of things. She doesn't actually like being on top of things. She likes to be under things. She is very much a cave kind of cat and not a pedestal kind of cat, if that makes sense. Do you have any plans for the holiday? I know the COVID situation affects us in different ways due to different rules around the different countries. I am spending the holiday with my family, my closest family, my mom and dad, and it's too small. My mom and dad and my grandparents on my dad's side. We have all been vaccinated, which is great, so none of us have to worry. We will do a test before. Well, I will anyway. And I think my parents will too. I can't imagine otherwise. My aunt probably will as well, and I don't know about my grandparents. I don't think they have been tested at all throughout these kind of months, but they haven't been out at all, basically, other than having a vaccine, and they did it at their local office. No, sorry, local doctor, instead of going to a vaccine center, just for their own safety, I believe. They were asked to do that. What's the same one, isn't it? We have some bickering issues in my family due to some people being very pro-COVID. No, sorry, not pro-COVID, pro-vaccine, and other people being the complete opposite. So I don't think we'll be celebrating Christmas with that part of my family. They don't really want to get tested regularly, and they don't really want to do the vaccine, and it's really sad that that's the issue. But we're all really scared that my grandparents, because they're really old, they're gonna catch something and then not make it. So better be safe than sorry, even though we will then be sorry about other things. But hopefully we'll get in contact again on at a different time, at least. Yeah, so that's that. Other than that, I am just working up until the 17th, actually. So I have a really early Christmas. I am going on Christmas holiday early this year. Last year I worked up until I worked on the 23rd as well. So my holiday didn't start until like basically Christmas was here. So I saved up some days to make sure I was able to go on holiday early. Wow, it's getting really dark outside. It's only 3 o'clock. Yeah, I think I'm going to stop here. hopefully you didn't, well, maybe hopefully you did fall asleep because it was kind of a long ramble, but hopefully you enjoyed it, whether or not you fell asleep or not. I will be back with a December one soon. And yeah, until then, I hope you guys have a great day and have a wonderful December. Bye!